She is the fastest, the strongest, the toughest, and the best. And she's Knoxville's own Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Raw this Monday night in Thompson-Boling Arena. What is it like coming home and performing, in your hometown for your friends and your family?
Man, I love coming home. Every time I hear that we're coming back to Knoxville, I'm so excited. I mean, the city, like they come out for me. It just feels like a family reunion, a class reunion, all in one. And, Knoxville always shows me so much love. So I love coming back and being able to get in the ring and see their faces out in the audience.
That's so dope. So obviously you're from Knoxville. The station's been around for a while. Do you have any history with our station at all?
I do. Yeah. So excited when I saw that I was doing the interview with you guys. I listened to 104.5 in high school, and even I cheered. I was a cheerleader for Austin East, and I think we actually came on to 104.5 one time and did a here on the radio. We were so excited about it. So when I saw that I was doing this interview at 104.5, I was like, oh, nostalgia. This is amazing.
hit all the right notes, huh?
Yes.
So talk to me again about, how does you being from Knoxville reflect in what we see in you on TV every Monday night on Raw and, kind of into the whole Bianca Belair persona?
Yeah, I'm Knoxville born, Knoxville raised. I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. So everything you see about Bianca Belair, I'm representing Knoxville 865 all day, every day.
Hey.
I'm Knoxville bred, so that's who I am. Not only was I born and raised in Knoxville, but I went to University of Tennessee. So I'm a Lady Vol for life, no matter what. So I bleed the color orange. So anytime you see Bianca Belair, I'm representing Knoxville. Even when I come out in the ring, one of my favorite things is when they announce me, they say Bianca Belair from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah,
so I'm always representing Knoxville.
That is so dope. So this Monday night, you got a big match for your homecoming, defending your newly won Raw Women's Championship against look at it. Look at that thing back there.
Beautiful.
Look at that. That is dope. That is so dope. But yeah, so you're taking on Sonya Deville. So talk to me a little bit about, that match and looking forward to coming home and defending successfully your title.
Yeah, I'll be facing Sonya Deville. She's been abusing her power a little bit. She just basically made this match for her and I. It's the first time that I'm defending my title on Raw, and I get in front of my family, my friends in my hometown. So, I'm looking forward to showing Sonya Deville that I'm not only the EST of WWE, but that I'm the EST of Tennessee.
Hey.
So I'll be walking victory and celebrating my family and friends afterwards.
That is so dope. And speaking of EST, right? WrestleMania, you said 2 years in a row that you're putting the EST in WrestleMania, and it's the biggest, EST again, show of the year. And 2 years in a row coming out of WrestleMania, it feels like everybody's been talking about you. You've won the SmackDown Women's title last year. You won the Raw Women's title this year. So talk to me about being on a card with Stone Cold and Logan Paul and Johnny Knoxville and coming out the show. It seems like everybody just wants to talk about you.
It's surreal. I will never get used to it. It's just a real feeling. It's a feeling that is just a feeling that you can't put into words, but I'm just so blessed and so grateful. And it's amazing, like you said, to be on the same card with like Stone Cold. I was watching Stone Cold in the main event, and I was sitting backstage with a picture of me with a towel over my shoulder and my title over my shoulder, and it's Stone Cold on the monitor. And to think that I just put in work and won this title, now watching Stone Cold, and even from WrestleMania 37, main eventing with Sasha Banks and making history, and then main event caliber match with Becky Lynch and walking out as Raw Women's Champion the next year, and everyone talking about it possibly being the match of the weekend of WrestleMania. This is only just things that you could dream about, and I'm just looking forward to keeping this momentum going and having the reputation that every time you see Bianca Belair, she shows up and shows out, and maybe I'm Mrs. WrestleMania at this point.
Talk about it, girl. Talk about it. That's what's up. But that is dope. And speaking of WrestleMania again, you had your entrance. Was it? I don't remember the college, but you had the marching band come out. So why was that important for you to show that on the biggest stage that you got with WWE and having an HBCU marching band play your music and play you out?
Yeah, I had HBCU band Texas Southern bring me out at WrestleMania, and I still just like get chills thinking about it every time I watch it. But I go around saying that I'm the EST WWE and I'm about like presenting myself as my full self and bringing my full, true, authentic self. And just an HBCU band, it just has so much history and culture significance to me. And I want to be in the greatest stage of them all. I wanted to bring my full self to the grandest stage and give that spotlight to an HBCU because it's so important. And they need that exposure as well. But I just thought, like, okay, I'm in the grandest stage of them all. How can I bring my full self to WrestleMania? And it was by bringing an HBCU band and having them represent me, having them represent themselves. I come from Austin East, and our band mimicked that HBCU band style.
Yeah.
A lot of people came to the football games just to watch the band more so than the football team sometimes. It brought nostalgia to me, and it just had a cultural significance to me. And I wanted to really showcase that at WrestleMania to WWE. And I was like, so for the people that didn't know, now you know.
Now you know. Now you know. And did you get to talk to any of the band members before, after? What was their feeling of playing on that big of a stage?
Yeah, when we did rehearsals together, and I was so excited because they were excited, and I tried to talk to as many of them as I could, but it was a lot of them were like, yeah, we watch you every Monday, and you better beat Becky tonight. Going on, and they were excited about being at WrestleMania. So it was so dope to just have them there and them be just as excited about it as me. And I was just like thanking them. I was like, thank you so much for being here. I've been wanting to do this for forever, and you guys are coming through, and this is going to be great. So it was really cool. They were excited, and I was excited.
Yeah, that's so dope. It's cool because, like you said, I'm sure for them, that's probably one of the biggest crowds that they'll ever play in front of worldwide, all over the world. And to get their name said on that big stage, like, this is the band from Texas Southern, I'm sure that was major for them.
Yeah, I think so, and I hope that they enjoyed it just as much as me. So
there we go. So this Monday night, as we talked about, you're here in Knoxville at Thompson-Boling Arena. So at WrestleMania, they merged the two world titles, and at WrestleMania Backlash, they're going to merge the two tag team titles. So how do you feel about potentially going one-on-one with Charlotte, title for title? Is that something that you're interested in, looking forward to, thinking about?
Woo, yes. I mean, I love being Raw Women's Champion. I was SmackDown Women's Champion at one point. But anytime, I get the opportunity to go up against Charlotte, I'm going for it. I've always said my long-term goal is to eventually take down all 4 horsewomen. And I've taken out 3 of them, which is Bayley, Sasha, and Becky at WrestleMania. So my 4th one is actually Charlotte. So to think if I can do it in that way, by out Charlotte Flair is the 4th horsewomen in that way. I mean, you couldn't ask better than that. So I'll do that.
That's dope. So a big part of what you do is that braid. And I've seen a lot of your matches. And I remember the first time it was you against Shayna on one of the NXT shows where you hit her with the braid and they zoomed in and you saw that I don't even know what you call it, but how did you come into incorporating that into what you do?
Yeah, so when I first got into WWE, my whole thing was my husband helped me a lot. He's Montez Ford, one half of the Street Profits. He watched growing up during his childhood. He was like, you want to stand out, you want to be unique. So the braid more so was a thing of just standing out because I looked around and no one else was doing it. And he was like, if anybody comes to a show for the first time, even if they don't remember your name the first time, they'll remember the girl with the braid. So it started like the aesthetic, just standing out. And then I realized, every time I got into a wrestling, the match, the girls would always go straight to my hair. They would keep wanting to pull my hair. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna wear this thing, it has to be used to my advantage. How can I keep them from grabbing my hair? I have to. And so that's where the hair whip came from. Because my number one rule is do not touch my hair. And I won't use it unless you touch my hair. So That was kind of the thing with Shayna in that match. She used my hair against me earlier in that match, and so I had to pull out the hair whip, and it marked her up, and it was great because a lot of were like, it's just hair, it doesn't hurt. I'm like, let me show you something.
You sure about that? So you mentioned your husband Montez. Working with your husband, you know, a lot of people say you don't where you work, but I'm guessing it's probably a little different when you're on the road. So how is it being that, you know, you can be on the road with him and you guys get to spend that time together, whereas most wrestlers have to leave and, you know, spend time together whenever they can?
Yeah, I always say I'm blessed to do what I love with the person I love. I mean, the grind is real here. We're on the road more days out of the week than we are home. So it's really great to be on the road with him. And like I said, we live together, we work together, we travel together, we're on Raw together. And so it's really cool. We get to really celebrate the big moments, the small moments, and even if we have a low moment, we understand each other, and we can vent to each other, but also build each other up. So it's cool. And then, you know, when I get to go to my hometown, he's right. So he gets to experience all the things that I get to experience, and I get to experience all the things that he gets to experience. So it's cool. And I'm just fortunate to be with someone that I actually like and enjoy being around. And, you know, everyone back there is like, God, you guys are obsessed with each other. So I guess it's a good thing.
So being that you're together so much, when he gets on your nerves, where do you go? Like how do you get away from him if you ever wanted to for a minute or two?
You know, I don't know. I mean, we go to the gym, and maybe he just stays on one side of the gym, work arms the way that he always works on his arms, and I go and work on my legs on the other side of the gym. We just take some space, you know. But
there you go.
We're always still in the same vicinity, or I'll just go and start doing gear somewhere. But you know, we take little breaks, and we travel with his other tag team partner, Angelo Dawkins. So he's like kind of, you know, they have God time in the car, and I'm just in the back myself.
There it is. Well, Bianca, we appreciate your time. Looking forward to having you back in Knoxville. The city is very excited about Monday Night Raw this Monday at Thompson Bowling Arena. Looking forward to you successfully defending your title, and then maybe taking out that fourth horsewoman.
Oh, you do it. Let's do it. I'll see you guys.
All righty. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.